Okay, those of you want a better life, okay, you want more prosperity, okay, you want to feel good about yourself as a man, you want the right masculine energy flowing through you, you need to stick with me. Okay, today I'm going to be giving you the 7 traits that I have lived by that have completely transformed my life to the point that has brought me success, that has led me to live a fulfilling purpose and actually give back to you guys at a much deeper level. Okay, I don't want to take too much time with this intro. Let's dive in. Okay, number 1, here's the first thing that I believe every man has to do. You have to get very strong and very lean. There is no way around this. Now, no, I'm not talking about getting the girls. No, I'm not talking about any of this crap thinking you have to have some sort of look, okay, in order to impress people. I'm telling you, there's 3 things right now missing in society with men. Okay, there's 3 things that are looked down upon that people are neglecting. Men and women, anybody in general is neglecting these 3 things. The first thing is dedication. Okay, the second thing is the ability to sacrifice, and the last is the ability to suffer. See, I'm going to tell you a little secret. When I spent 10 years in the gym building my body, okay, you need to think about the thousands of reps or the hundreds of thousands of hours that it takes. Do you understand that this dedication, this sacrifice, and this suffering, I was able to copy paste this work ethic into every area in my life? I was able to copy paste this into business. Okay, I was able to copy paste this into how to talk to girls. Okay, anything. Like, here's the thing: if you got 365 pounds on your back and you're doing a squat, for example, okay, and you fail at that rep the first time you do it. Do you think about how scary that is just for a second? Do you think saying hi to the girl and not getting the number and getting rejected is going to fear you? Absolutely not, because when you get strong, you feel like Superman. And even if you're not actually Superman, you need to get to this point, because these are good things. As a man, everything in life is going to take you dedicating yourself to something. You sacrificing and you suffering. And a man's life is very hard. You need to sit in that fire and you need to just accept that. The sooner you do, okay, this has been the backbone of the element to almost everything I've done. Strength, okay? When you sacrifice and you dedicate, you will get ahead. Okay, the second thing that men have to do, I'm going to tell you this straight up. You need to save 2 years of income. Okay, if you can save 2 years of income, here's what's going to happen. You have no stress. Okay, you have a new level of like big daddy energy that I like to call it, and you also live in anti-scarcity. Here's what I can tell you. People want to talk about everything like, when they refer to wealth or they refer to money, they look at it as a negative connotation. The negative connotation they associate to it is materialism. And I agree, I'm not materialistic. I've had this same Oakley shirt since I was in high school. You have to understand this for a second. When I'm telling you to make more money, I'm not talking about it in the aspect of getting more women. I'm not talking about it in the aspect of buying a Rolex or a Lambo. Okay, I'm talking about it in the aspect of you need to know what it's like to wake up on a Saturday morning. Okay, burped, excuse me. Have 2 years of income banked and have no stress and not live in scarcity. Because when you don't live in scarcity with your finances, you start to not live in scarcity with anything. You feel like you are in control of your life. But here's the real hidden message to this as the man. What this does right here, when you save 2 years of income, I'm going to tell you this. It forces you as a man to have a value-based thinking. What is value-based thinking, people? What is that? Comment in the comments right now if you know what value-based thinking is. Value-based thinking means that you are now looking at how can I increase my revenue? How can I increase the profits in my business? How can I make more money based off the value I'm providing to the world instead of time-based thinking? Okay, time-based thinking, I'm going to tell you this, my time, an hour that I have on this planet, it's not worth $10 an hour, it is not worth $50 an hour, it is not worth $500 an hour, it's not worth $5,000 an hour, okay? It's a year of my life that I never get back. You cannot put value on that. So, you cannot put a specific price on that, excuse me. So what I'm doing, every single move that I make in life, I'm looking at what value can I bring to the marketplace at all times. So that way my income is not a direct reflection of the time that I am putting in. This is a scalable way of thinking. Okay, this is increasing your masculine and or male competence. I need all of you thinking in value-based thinking. When you take control of your income, you start to learn how to take control of every area in your life. And the plan to prosperity and wealth is actually possible when you have a process. But it starts with you doing basics. Save 2 years of income. Like when I was 22, I had about 50, 60 grand saved up. I was like, sweet, I live cheap. Okay, if shit hit the fan, I have 2 years of income banked. Okay, that gives me a certain level of security and confidence. Every man on earth needs this. This is a no-brainer. Okay, this is just number 2. If you guys are liking this video, comment below because I was really excited to make this. I drafted all this on my whiteboard last night at like midnight. I was like, this is so cool. Okay, Number 3, the third thing every guy has to do, okay? Third masculine trait. You need to go all in on plan A. What is plan A? Plan A, okay, all of you, when you lay in bed at night, you all have a voice. Okay, don't tell me you don't. You all have a voice in your head when you go to bed, and the voice is your calling. Okay, the voice is your purpose. The voice is why you're here on earth. Stop neglecting the voice. The voice will guide you with the correct intuition if you let it. Stop neglecting the voice. So here's what I can tell you. When you go all in on plan A as a man, you start to take control of your life, and here's why. You start to erase plan B. Well, when you erase the plan B, you now start to bet on yourself. When you start to bet on yourself, you realize that you can, because you're now trusting God and your intuition to lead you in the right way. See, you're here on this planet for a reason. The second you believe that you're soulless, the second you believe that you're just a cog in the wheel floating, the second you believe that your life has no value and you're just here to live for pleasure, you're going to be severely punished in the aspect of not feeling fulfilled. Okay? Having your desires control your life instead of you controlling them. This is a solid thing. Okay? When you go all in on your plan A, you say, you know what, I'm going to accept who I am. I'm going to be the best version of me because I have specific traits. I'm going to go all in on plan A. I want you to imagine for a second. Imagine anybody who you know who's mastered their craft. Okay, think Kobe Bryant, think Tom Brady, think John Jones in the UFC. Think of great people who've done things, okay? They went all in on a plan A. If they in the back of their head would have had self-doubt and believed in the plan B, even just 0.1%, they probably would have not been able to scale their plan A and win. When you go all in on plan A as a man, it shows you have big balls and you're willing to do what is necessary. I advise all of you, you have to go all in on plan A. Okay, if you go all in on that, I want you to comment below right now. How many of you are finally willing to accept that you will go all in on plan A? Comment below. Number 4, okay? Every man, their whole life, okay? This is how I've lived my whole life, okay? You need to think about your own prosperity. What does it mean to prosper? This doesn't just mean prosper in wealth. This means prosper in all areas in life. So think about the areas that you could have if you actually set your mind to it. I want you to think, everybody, close your eyes right now, and I want you to visualize something. I want you to visualize what your life would actually look like. Just imagine, okay, just for a second, what abundance of wealth would look like. I want you to imagine that. What abundance of wealth would look like. You wake up and you have everything under control. You have no fear. You have abundance. Okay, there's an unexpected bill that comes up. You're able to pay it. Family member in need, you're able to help out. Okay, amazing dates with amazing women, you're able to take them out and you're able to enjoy the moment instead of live in fear. Okay, think about what that would look like. Another thing that you want to look for in prosperity, I want you to close your eyes and imagine what full conviction in yourself is. Okay, full conviction in yourself with your purpose, full conviction in yourself with your career, full conviction in yourself even if you talk to somebody who you find attractive, you think that you're enough deep down and you're deserving of a brief interaction with them. Think about what that would feel like. What this is going to take is you erasing any negative self-beliefs. And this is a conclusion that I just came to recently within the past week right here, okay? Whatever you do, whatever you set your mind to as a man, I don't care if it's getting an amazing girlfriend, making $20 million, having a private jet one day, I don't care what it is. I really don't. If you think it's going to be hard, you're right. And if you think it's going to be easy, you're also right. See, we choose our own reality and we choose our own hard. We choose our own easy. If you have all of these negative beliefs saying, oh man, getting what I want in life is going to be really hard, it's going to be really painful, it's going to really suck. That's your belief set. So I'm going to give you a real life practical example in this. You get guy A right here who's building a business, and you get guy B here who's building a business. Okay, they both want the end result, which is money. Guy A every single day wakes up and say, oh man, in order to make money, it's going to be really hard. It's going to suck. I got to work 12-hour days, nose to the grindstone, hustle, 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 work. Oh, yeah, even if I'm sad, even if I'm sleep deprived, I don't care. I got to get that money. This is one guy's mindset right here. That's what he thinks. He believes it's hard. He believes he has to suffer at such a deep level. Guy B. Guy B on the other end, guy 2, whatever you want to call it, guy B, guy 2, I don't care. He has a totally different outlook. He thinks, you know what, I'm going to make a lot of money, but this is going to be easy, and it's going to be easy because of a few reasons. First, I get to serve an audience that I love, I want to nourish, and I want to care about. Secondly, I'm bringing a product to the marketplace and value that I can convey because I have God-given skills and abilities. Thirdly, I get to now talk about something I am passionate about because I can give back at a higher level. Who do you think is going to have a much more enjoyable and easy time getting to the $10 million a year mark? It's going to be Guy B. And Guy B is because if he thinks it's easy, he's right. You create your own destiny, you create your own reality, and the thoughts that you speak into existence within yourself start to become true because what you focus on in life is what you get. And as a man, I do not want you focusing on negative things, okay? That's number 4. What is number 5? Okay, this is something that I have a totally different view on this when it comes to friends. I have a totally different view when it comes to friendship. Okay, I have a totally different view on life when it comes to networking and socializing with people than any of the other influencers you probably follow. Number 5, the 5th thing that is a masculine trait that will help you in your life is you need to make friends. But I'm not talking about all that high value BS. Oh, they have to be high value this. They have to be hustle business. They have to be money motivated. Blah, blah, blah. That isn't what makes a friend. What that makes is a transactional relationship between two people thinking that they're going to use each other to make more money. That's BS. Here's what a friend is. A friend is somebody who would do anything to help you, plus watch you win. And you know what? You might have friends. You might have some friends who other gurus might tell you, oh, they're losers. You might have some friends like that tell you, oh, you know, they're not entrepreneurs, so don't even bother. They got no skills. This is total BS. If you want a friend in life and you want to actually, like, what is the qualities of a high value friend? A qualities of a high value friend is somebody who is there for you. And do not ever disrespect, do not ever neglect, and do not ever talk poorly upon people who are there for you. Okay, people who are there for you and will have your back. At the end of the day, people is all that matters. Okay, it's not the amount of money in your bank account. It's not their skills of business. It's not if they have six-pack abs and are in the gym or not. All this fake high-value bull crap that people want to push down your throat to make you feel as if all of these things are the only thing that matters. That's not what makes a friend. Okay, what makes a friend is somebody who has your back and will be there for you. They will give you the shirt off their back to help you out if shit hit the fan, and you need people around you in your corner like that who care about you, whether you're broke, whether you're rich, whether you're a guy who has great social skills, whether you don't. You need friends around you who care about you as an individual. This will drastically increase the happiness and fulfillment in your life. Okay, number 6, okay? This is going to be a shock to a lot of you because I know a lot of you want the end result with women, which is S3X, okay? Everybody wants this. All of the dating coaches on YouTube, all of the TikTokers, everybody's going to tell you the 3 simple seduction tactics to flirt with the girl, and you're going to sit there and realize, hey, isn't there like a deeper meaning to this? Like, why am I studying bar game or night game or club game? And isn't this a little bit deeper? Okay, you got to understand something. The 6th thing that a man has to do in all ways, shape, and forms if you want to get ahead is you need to avoid lust. And the reason why you need to avoid lust is because lust is temptation. And this is something that took me years to figure out. You got to understand, this is coming from a guy who was almost a player at heart. Like, this is coming from a guy who dated non-exclusively from 18 until probably 26. Hardly dated any of the women exclusively. Always was talking, like, this was me, okay? But I'm going to tell you this. Every single time I would end up sleeping with a girl, okay, we'd have, great intimate experiences, but at the end I'd always have these bad thoughts. And these bad thoughts come to my brain, and eventually they started coming, and I started to realize I can't keep neglecting that voice, okay? The bad thoughts was like, after I'd be done and we had this experience, it's like, okay, so now what? I engaged in a half hour of pleasure, and now I'm left with all of these bad thoughts. So it's like, is this person good? Okay, this would pop into my brain. Or do I actually love her? Or I see now how she's getting emotionally attached. Do I even like her in the first place, or did we just share a pleasurable experience together? Okay, who else has she been with? If I got this woman pregnant, would I be scared or would I be happy? If I got this woman pregnant, would I feel good about myself and want to father this child, or would I be mad that I got some random person knocked up? Okay? Has this person had any sort of diseases that were transmitted through other people? Like, you start to see this, and all that would end up in my head was regret. So this is why, okay, I truly and fundamentally believe that anytime you engage with an experience like this, number 1, it should be for the right reasons, and number 2, it should be out of a genuine mutual bond. This is too like, if you get the wrong girl pregnant or something, this is too radical of a life transformation for you to think that this is games. Okay? This is why like for example, the guys who I have in my MBT Masculinity Blueprint program, okay, all of these guys, what's happening is they are slowly going through the masculinity process to become a better version of themselves. And as they do it, I routinely tell them to screen for high quality women, right? Don't use these things for the wrong purposes. Just because you have the skill to attract women doesn't mean you should use this with everybody. Okay, you need to seriously check that out. Down below, I actually have a link. It's a webinar. I run a training for it. I advise you to click the link below, and I advise you to watch that training after this video. But seriously, when you avoid lust, you're going to feel better and live a more fulfilled life. You got to understand all of these things pulling your attention. I don't care if it's the big booty model on Instagram. I don't care if it's all the guys who are constantly obsessed over the girls. That is there to make you weak. And it's there to make you weak on purpose because it starts to strip you of the value that you have as a man. The value that you have as a man that you bring to the table, I think guys' biggest blind side today is they don't actually understand how to be attractive and that they are attractive. And that as soon as they go down this rabbit hole, they give their power away. You give your power away to all the wrong things. And you start to become weak, you start to become needy. This is how pedestalization happens. This is how putting the wrong things at the forefront of your brain happens. This is a trap. This is a complete trap. And a lot of the people online telling you about the issues with promiscuity are still the exact ones who feel the need to increase their status and keep sleeping with a bunch of women. And all it does is it makes that woman's life harder. It aids to it brings more issues to the problem, and it makes life harder for everybody. Do not do this. Okay, number 7, focus on giving. See, here's the real reason why 99% of guys get dumped by women. Okay, they end up like not being fulfilled in their life. Okay, they're always in a taker mindset. So let's say they get a really hot girlfriend. All they're thinking about 100% of the time is how can I sleep with her? How can I keep sleeping with her? How can I keep taking, right? How can I make sure that she stays in my life? Take. They want all these things. And the second that you become a taker, the second that you want all these things, you start losing your value because value is only acquired through when you give people things. So giving people things doesn't just mean materialistic things. Here's the mindset shift that I've had my whole life. Okay, when I'm in an interaction with a woman or an interaction with anybody, any sort of value exchange, okay, I'm always sitting there going, how can I make their experience the best possible? If it's a friend, how can I make them laugh and be a source of good pleasure so they like me around them? If it's a woman, how can I make their experience the best as possible? So this is the opposite of a taker. A taker says, what games can I play to make sure that I win? And I'm going to tell you this, the longer you play this, the more unfulfilled you're going to be. And I can only tell you this because I've been there. I can tell you this because I lived my life incorrectly for a lot of years. I can tell you this because I've done a lot of things wrong. And what's funny is a lot of people watch YouTubers or they watch people on the internet. Like, dude, don't think for 1 second that I'm anything special. Don't think for 1 second any of these people you watch online are special. Everybody's a normal person just like you, and I don't care how many subscribers I have. This is the truth. Okay? And like anybody who expects my content to be the same with the exact same identical message at 22 compared to me at 27, if it was the exact same, that would almost be laughable. Because I'd be looking back saying, Casey, you spent 5 years, you didn't learn a damn thing. And that's not good. So I can share these things with you to make your life better. Okay, that way you're not looking at life as fueled through the ego. Okay, you can come at life from the ability of a plan to prosperity and abundance, and that way you can actually get to where you want to be in life, because wealth in all areas, abundance in life, abundance in relationships, it starts up here. And until you go to bed every night thankful for what you've been given, thankful for what opportunities you have had instead of focusing on lack, the things that you haven't, you're going to get ahead of when you go all in on that plan A and you let your intuition guide you. You're going to feel fulfilled on a deeper level and you know you're on the right path. Everybody hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.